Our fourth inductee is a friend of many in this room. You know, baseball is a game of rules and split-second calls, and without the expertise and dedication of umpires, the game just wouldn't be the same. Tonight, we are very pleased to induct one of the great umpires, Joe Oliva.
Joe Oliva. Joe Oliva was a youth baseball coach for 10 years in the Cosmopolitan and Suburban Leagues while becoming the chief umpire in the Suburban League. He started umpiring with the youngest teams, moved up as he gained experience at each level, and soon became known as the best umpire in the league. Oliva was respected by the players because of the respect he gave them. He was a great umpire because he kept control of the game at all times and was proactive in avoiding conflict on the field. He later umpired SCABA games at Lake Shawnee, and when Gene Wilson asked Oliva to join his American League crew, he quickly became one of the most popular umpires at that level. He was often assigned to work the American Legion state tournaments. Oliva also umpired Stan Musial, Washburn University, and Big 8 college baseball games. When the Topeka 7-Up Reds hosted the 1976 regional Stan Musial tournament at McDonald Field, he was selected by the tournament committee as one of the 3 best umpires to officiate those games. His philosophy during all his years of umpiring was, don't take away the game from the kids, do your job, be in charge. When his sons Richard and Robbie decided to get into umpiring, Joe's advice was, don't do it for the money, do it because you enjoy working for the kids. Oliva left umpiring after total knee surgery. When he retired from umpiring, he was known as one of the best balls and strikes umpires in the game. Joe worked 39.5 years at Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company and later worked after retirement at Penwell Gable Funeral Home. He currently resides in Topeka.
The first thing I better do, Alex, I'll keep it clean. Every time I get up here in front of this mic, she always says, make sure you keep it clean. But you know what? I sit here to talk about Jimmy Gold and Jay Worthington. And I got an old athletic director there I worked for. They were great to work for, they're great people. Silver Lake, and I was telling Jimmy, I said, you remember that time when I took my van out there with a couple other guys, we was going to work at the state regional tournament? You come out and we're getting dressed in the van. Said, here's your check. I looked at him and told him, the other part of the crew, wait a minute. He said, well, they said, what's the matter? I said, something's wrong with our checks because this is less than what Silver Lake pays us. Jimmy said, well, it's not my fault. It's the state. I said, it ain't my fault, we ain't working. He said, come on, guys, come on. Pretty soon we started laughing, and like Kim Burns said, but no, it was a lot of fun. The person that really got me to start looking to umpire, an old boy from the bottom we call Ted Bowl, Cecil Perez. He kept talking to me when I was coaching. So I finally succumbed and became umpire-in-chief like I started. Hey, I started down with the Pee-wees. Started with the Pee-wees, worked my way up. Like I said, Gene asked me to come over and do Legion ball. So I went with him, man. And like I always told him, the only thing wrong with you, buddy, is you were in purple. He said, yeah, but you cheer for that mythical bird. No, and when he left to go back to Indiana, he took out like Cindy Gold. Joe mistreat you. You call me, I'll come straighten him out. He was a great man to work with. Then, I had another person. But before I talk about him, I want to thank all my family, all of them, for being here for me. That memory on the next one. I started in college ball because the person that's not here in person, but his spirit, believe he is. Steve had seen me work Legion ball, and he asked me to come do Washburn ball. I said, are you sure you want me? He said, yeah. Well, that summer I had worked semi-pro ball, and there was a team to come in and line up. And me and the manager, every time he come down, we got into it. and he was coaching the 4-H team. I said, I'll work it for you. I said, but when 4-H come to town, I do not want to do that game. He says, you'll do that game because I hired you. And you get out there and you do your damn job. I said, okay. So when the manager comes up to home plate, he looks at me, there I am, and he goes, you hold grudges? I said, no. He said, I said to him, I said, no, I don't hold any grudges unless you stir them up. Wasn't him. It was his players. I was on first base, they started heckling him. I finally walked over to the dugout and I said, the first person I hear heckle me, I'm going to come over here and the first one I look at is going to be gone. And then I played Tim Conway went all the way. You know, I never heard a thing after that. But in closing, I like to play tribute to a man. And I remember it because a great running back for Chicago Bears, graduate of KU, said this, today, that's mine. After that, it belongs to me and Steve Hansen. Thank you.